How does insomnia and mental health go together? My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I am a board-certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 6 degrees in my field, and they are all in the natural healthcare space. This month, we are talking all about sleep and the impact of sleep. And so definitely tune in if you're interested in learning more. And we're going to talk about the implications between your mental health as well as your sleep response. So a lot of times, sleep is often looked in the mental health picture. So that is what this video topic is about. If after you've listened to this, if you want to learn more, a deeper practical tools that you can do, I am hosting a free webinar this month. You can just click the link below, give you an instant view, and it goes very in depth. Obviously, with having a lot of background education, I come at it from different perspectives and different angles. So if you want to learn more of a holistic perspective and or how to live a holistic lifestyle, go ahead and check it out. All right. So you're already struggling with mental health. So what does that look like? That can be anxiety, that can be depression, that can be up and down mood swings, that can be abuse, that can be trauma, that can be external stressors, that could be internal stressors, that could be constantly self-sabotaging, in a loop, ACE scoring, all kinds of different components which go into mental health. And so if you are working on your mental health, or you're working with a therapist, psychiatrist, psychologist, social worker, whomever, mental health professional, and you are not looking at your sleep, we definitely want to consider this as part of the piece of the puzzle. Again, if you're not getting quality sleep, what's quality sleep? That can be anywhere between 8 to 10, sometimes even 11 hours per night. If you are constantly running the red line, you're not going to, meaning let's say you're doing 6 hours of sleep every night. You're not gonna, and then, but on the weekends, maybe you have more time, so now you do more 8 to 10 hours of sleep. You're never gonna catch up with sleep, and the brain doesn't catch up with sleep. It needs sleep. Think of sleep almost as like food for the brain, because it allows the body to repair and heal. Think about it too when you haven't gotten enough sleep. How do you feel? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? No. If you're anything like me, I feel irritable, don't talk to me, leave me alone, etc. Is that a mental health issue? And or is that a sleep issue and or a mental health issue compounded by a sleep issue? Hopefully that makes sense. So we do want to consider, if you are looking at your mental health, your sleep. So making sure that, you're not staying up all kinds of hours naturally. If you have a, more irregular schedule, that's going to be harder on your circadian rhythm. So we'll talk about more strategies if that's your case in the webinar. And so furthermore, if for general population, if you can get a consistent schedule, that's going to help the nervous system feel safe, especially if you've been through trauma. Very important to create systems and structures that are going to help your brain feel secure, feel safe, so that you can emotionally process and do the work that you need to do in a therapeutic setting. And so I also really believe in, if your body says sleep, sleep. So sometimes we won't take that little afternoon 20-minute power nap, or we won't, lay down early because we have so much to do and so much responsibility. And when you do that, really your body's giving you signal and you're telling your body no. Now, naturally, sometimes in mental health, we have the opposite problem where if people are very depressed, they oversleep. So if that's you, so you can either, shorten the sleep and you're in a sleep deficit, or you can be oversleeping because, let's say, maybe seasonal affect, maybe you've had a traumatic event that just occurred, or you've had a difficult situation, or you're stressed, or you're overwhelmed, or you're in fight or flight mode, or whatever the case may be, or you're just like, enough with people, I need to be underneath the covers and, Calgon, take me away. So whatever works, whatever applies, right? It does apply. And so we tend to address them where it's like more in a, I'm constantly asleep. We want to use more of a kind of a stimulant. And so to kind of help, and that can be in the form of a natural agent or a pharmacological one. From a safety perspective, and again, this video is just for general educational purposes only. We do take data in labs and eval, et cetera, to determine this. But let's just throw out, for instance, a nice safe one, L-theanine, which is an adaptogen. So if a person is down-regulating, meaning that they're depressed consistently, then, you know, they're going to need a little bit of a boost, and L-theanine can provide that. Also, too, if that same person drops down, you know, or excuse me, goes up and they're a little bit more manicky, it can also help bring them down. It's very subtle and very gentle, so definitely consider that as well. Because most people can take it. Lemon balm and things like that can also be helpful. But again, you really want to look at, you know, what is going on with a specific case. I look at a lot of specific data. When we're looking at mental health and stress response, etc., we're also looking at heart rate, resting heart rate. Oftentimes, if people have had significant traumatic experiences or difficulties in life, or even mental health disorders, they will have a little bit of a lower blood pressure. That consistent low blood pressure is actually a chronic stress response, so being mindful of that. And also, too, a chronic low resting heart rate. While it can be, you know, definitely signifier of a healthy cardiovascular system, it can also be an indicator of chronic stress, especially if you are in a pattern of internalizing and hyper responsibility based off of codependency, etc. So consider that as well. And so I would say, kind of just to summarize with mental health, there is a direct correlation between your you know, sleep pattern and how you're sleeping, the quality of sleep. I know a lot of people who have had traumatic experiences. I know I was very much in this camp. I did not sleep, and I did not sleep deep, and I did not sleep restful. And I didn't know that. And so I'm naturally the super driven person, and go, and then not getting full quality sleep, my brain not really being able to ever turn off. You can see where the rubber meets the road, right? And so that generates physical anxiety that then, you know, I was working with. And now that I worked with that, I work with other patients and help them to be very self-aware, especially as an adjunct. And so I really just want to say that if you're struggling with a mental health issue, consider your sleep not as the, you know, be all end all. Again, there's multiple causes. If you've listened to any of my videos, I don't believe in kind of this big bang. I don't believe there's one thing, you know, that does it all. But it definitely can be accumulative, and it can be something that you may want to consider and look at to stabilize in your treatment plan. Naturally, if you want to go deeper into this subject about sleep, all the holistic options that I have seen to be effective in sleep, go ahead and check out the webinar below. It gives much more detailed information if you really want to learn more of kind of what I've learned over the last 20 years of being in natural health. And naturally, if you want to learn more about a holistic lifestyle, go ahead and like, share, subscribe for more. If you have any questions, you know what to do.